Yeah, avoid do intro.
Good evening there, ladies and gentlemen. We have a game today, DECAPITATOR versus Hot Ice, and my name is Avoid. I will also be joined with another commentator called Casper, and we have broadcasting today, which will be dedicated. Also, I will go ahead and introduce one of the teams, which is Hot Ice, and Casper will go ahead and introduce the DECAPITATORs. So I'll go ahead and introduce Hot Ice real quick. We have Ads, Oket Vita, Miss Metro Mosca, Zay, and Hotisit.
Yes.
Casper, would you like to go ahead and introduce Hot Ice?
Yeah, sure. DECAPITATORs on the red team, and they have Vasily, Hulk, JK1, Tvatenkista, and Star XP. And while we were saying that, in the first minute already, DECAPITATOR was about to capture, but Hotsik gets this return, is also putting the flag, also activated his Paladin overdrive. No one to stop him really, so this is going to be the first capture for Hot Ice pretty early on in this round. A lot happening already, but yeah, Hot Ice came victorious, and they got the first capture and also the better chance to win now, but I don't think it's gonna be a decider. There's still a lot of time left, so I think DECAPITATOR is gonna do something soon.
Indeed, indeed. Well, right now we can see Metro Mosca. She gets taken out there. Zay on the right side with Hunter dealing some shots to the Paladin here. He's alone there. Ads won't be able to support him. JK1 down at the bottom. Pala, he might be given an opportunity to do some damage to opponent player, but I don't think he'll be able to pull, and he gets taken out.
Yep, and in the meantime, both Crusaders got their ODs now. That means they can use it for attack maybe, but often you see Crusader being used for defense. Vasily is also alive for a long time now. I think he's also on cooldown, and OD box falling now. Eds is probably not gonna take it. He's on low HP, but Mrs. Metro Mosca can maybe take it. But Hulk uses his OD. That was a bit unnecessary, but his team is still taking the OD, which Tvatenkista is using right away. Can this be the first capture for DECAPITATOR? It probably will be, because JK1 is still almost on full HP, and Alkavita is not gonna stop him from capturing this. So the score is a draw again. They barely had to use any ODs, only an Arrows OD, even though Hulk also uses Crusader OD, that wasn't really part of the attack. So pretty nice done by DECAPITATOR.
Indeed, indeed. Well, it's only 6 minutes left. 6 minutes 50 seconds left on the timer. So we've only 1-1 right now. We would just have to see which team will lead with the victory this round.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't think any of the teams are really favorites. I think both teams have like an equal chance of winning. And if you look at the score, that kind of supports my my prediction, because it's still a tie. Theory, yeah, thank you. Because like how the teams have been playing so far, I think they both have a really good chance. I mean, it was Hot Ice with the first capture, but they got a bit lucky because DECAPITATOR was also about to capture. But after that, a nice attack by DECAPITATOR, which also led to a capture. But I think that with only one overdrive, Hot Ice made it a bit too easy. I don't think DECAPITATOR is going to capture that easily again. Mrs. Metro Mosca with a nice OD. She is able to take it again, but that was pretty close. Also, the Arrows OD didn't really lead to any attack, but it's made her heal herself, which made it easier to take the next OD.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. We can also notice right now it's kind of a little bit sluggish right now at the moment here. We can see Vasily on the right side battling up against Okavitia. I'm just gonna say Oak. I'm not even gonna bother. And we can see JK1 also with Pala dealing some shots to the Hunter, but the Hunter has a better position in here and adds. Oh,
Yeah, that attack didn't really succeed from Hot Ice, but I mean, there's still trying their best, and I think so far they have been doing good. But I think if they use their Viking and RSD soon, maybe they can capture. But they're waiting for some time already, and now it's Decapitator with the attack. JK1 used his Paladin OD, Vasily with a Viking OD, took out I think only 1 or 2 players, but the rest of their team also took out the remaining players. So the whole team of Earth Ice was on respawn at a certain point, which helped Decapitator capture their second flag with JK1. So they're up in the lead now, and I think if they can take this next OD from Mrs. Metro Mosca, because I think she's gonna use again. Ooh, she got taken out before she was able to use. So Vasily can take this next OD maybe, but Ats decides to use his Viking OD. Is he gonna take it again? He isn't, because his teammate is gonna use and take the OD. Is still alive. If he can stay alive with this Paladin OD, he can be really dangerous. The 3 players in the base of the Decapitator now. Hotseek got taken out, so that's not gonna be any capture from Hot Ice. So the score will still be in favor of the Decapitator.
Yeah, it's good to see that their performance is good. Nice OD there by Oak. Autistic trying to pull hair. Miss Metro Mosca's OD comes in slightly a little too late, and it doesn't really do much there. Star with a nice OD stuns the opposing player. Miss Metro Mosca's in a lot of trouble here, and she gets taken out.
Yeah, it happened twice in a row now that Hotisik used his Paladin OD, but that he got taken out without really pulling the flag. So I think he can use his ODs maybe a bit more wisely. But at least they're trying. If you save your OD for too long, that's also not good, because the faster you use, the more ODs you're able to use in a round. So that's one of the reasons why you want to use it more frequently instead of waiting too long. But yeah, Hot Ice really got to do something. They still have 3 minutes left, but yeah, with the amount of ODs they have right now, it's going to be hard. And once their ODs charge up and they will get them again, I think there's not a lot of time left for them. So they either take this next OD, which is probably not gonna happen, or they gotta pull flags without using any ODs. Nice OD by Zay, but that doesn't help them take the next OD. He got 2 players with that, but yeah, apart from that, it didn't really help that much.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just in those type of situations you can just pretty much hope for the best in those scenarios. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, Hunter OD is always interesting because it charges pretty fast, so you don't have to use it like right away, but you also really don't want to wait too long. So I think this was a good situation to use, but their teammates didn't really push up after that, so it doesn't really help that much at all. But yeah, Hot Ice is not giving up. They're still trying to get their flag. I think the Decapitator is playing a bit more defensively. I haven't seen them touch the flag of Hot Ice in a minute. So yeah, I'm wondering what's gonna happen, because it's the team of the Decapitator with the most ODs. They have a Viking and Ares OD, the perfect ODs for an attack. And I mean, if I were them, usually I would wait and save the ODs for defense if you're up by 1 flag. But I think in their case, they can easily go for another flag, and I think that's also what they're gonna do.
Well, I think the Capitators shouldn't ruin their opportunity now with leading with 1 flag already, and the OD Watts is also dropping mid right now. Hawk trying to get for it. He's sliding across the map, and he manages to take it. Hot Ice pulling the flag, which is Hotistic with Pala. He has support there. Vasily activating his Viking OD. Not the best scenario. I guess he got lucky there that he didn't get taken out. Vasily going for the return. A counterpull also going on the left side for the Decapitators. And decent OD from the Vartankista. Can't say it was the best, but it did do something there. And that's going to be another capture for the Decapitators.
Yeah, that wasn't the greatest Ares OD, but you also have to take into consideration the amount of time left. They knew that they really needed this flag, so he decided to use, even though it didn't really look like the best moment to use. But yeah, at the same time, I think the Decapitator played this really well. They Hot Eyes took the lead, but Decapitator didn't let that ruin this first round for them because they captured 3 flags after that. I think Vasily played really strong at the end when he killed 3 players to get that return, and at the same time, I think it was their Paladin, uh, which is JK1, who was pulling the flag and got the last capture as well to secure the win in the first round.
Indeed, indeed. I mean, it's good to see that they're playing very well and they're using their ODs at the right time. They're not using it like they don't have a brain, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
they use it pretty strategically, so I think that's what really helps them. But yeah, I think Hot Eyes played it well at the beginning. I think when Decapitator was really close to capturing, they used their ODs at the right time to get the return, and also because they put most of their players on respawn, they were able to capture their first flag. But I think their map control, like in the middle of the round, was pretty bad. But at the end, it got better because they just put all their efforts into attack. But I think that also gave Decapitator a chance to capture their last flag, the third one.
Yeah, I mean, you're totally right. And it was really nice to see they kind of played a lot better towards the end. And it also goes to show there was an opportunity for the other team to go for a capture, but Vasily, he was low as well, and he did use his OD. I actually thought he was gonna get taken out when he used that OD there, you know, Vasily, when they went for the counter pull, decapitators at the same time, you know.
Yeah, I also had a feeling that might be not a really good idea to use. But at the same time, when you use an OD, a Viking OD, when you're low and you're able to clutch, then that's a really good feeling. And I think the way he played it was really good. But yeah, the OD box is falling. Let me see who takes it. It's Star XP, a Hunter OD. It's probably the worst OD in this map, to be honest, but I mean, it's still better than when your opponent takes it. But the round is gonna start now. Both teams are self-destructing, so I'm wondering what's gonna happen this round.
I wonder too. I mean, fingers crossed that we can see better performance from Hot Eyes this game.
I hope so too, because last round it wasn't like a domination or like a much stronger performance by Decapitator, but I think if Hot Eyes isn't gonna step up their game, it's gonna be game over for them. But luckily for them, there's still a lot of rounds to go. They will also play another map after Cross, which is Iran. I hope for them that's a map where they are better than here, because I think Decapitator might win this one as well. They also started off pretty strong. I mean, it's currently Hot Eyes with most of the map control, but that's gonna switch now. The arrows died. I think the arrows contributes the most to the map control of the team. And I think if your arrows, if you don't have map control, you're better off letting your arrows sit in your base under or at the ramp where you go up, so you can at least defend your flag. But yeah, so far I think this round started off pretty slow as well. The OD box is dropping, and maybe Star XP can use and take, but I don't think that's a really good choice now since the Viking already got taken out. Vasily is able to take this OD, that was pretty close, but Hotiseek was just a bit too late to take him out there.
Yeah, that was close indeed. Anyhow, he didn't get it. That might have put the Capitators at a disadvantage there. But Star XP has an ODU right now in this current stage of the game. Hulk has an OD with Hulk also. Hulk or Hulk, however you say it.
Yeah. But yeah, both Crusaders also got their ODs now, so yeah, 3 ODs against 1. So yeah, I think Decapitator is gonna set up an attack pretty soon. I mean, if you have a Viking OD, you really want to use it. You don't want to wait too long, because if you use it now, you can also just go for the next OD box, which is, I think, in around 30 seconds to a minute. I think the viewers can see it better because you have like that OD time on the screen. But yeah, I think this is where Decapitator is gonna go for the attack. JK1 going in trying to take out Zeka. Had to use his Reaper already. It's definitely gonna be an easy kill. What a mistake by Zeka. He could have taken that Reaper, but he killed himself. That's, I want to say, unfortunate, but that was mainly his own fault. But JK1, I don't know if he has enough HP to pull this off. Yeah, he's probably gonna get taken out by the Hunter pretty soon. Hulk misses his OD. Maybe he can take the Reaper down, which he couldn't. So that was a pretty failed attack by Decapitator. I think there was a lot more to go for. Also, the Viking took the OD ads from Hot Ice, so that's looking better for Hot Ice now. I think because most of the, or some of the players from Decapitator used their ODs already now. I think that's where Hot Ice can try to go for the attack now, because they haven't touched the flag of Decapitator 1 so far.
Wow, Casper, what are you trying to say, man? You haven't touched the flag once. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, Hot Ice does make attempt to touch the flag at least once. Because right now it's not looking good for them. Miss Mechamoska at the middle. Star locking onto Miss Mechamoska. This is not looking too good, but she manages to survive there. The Vartan kissed her, taking some shots dealt to him. And Ad's really been a nuisance there, camping where the boxes are. And he gets taken out at the last moment there. Zay flips and kisses the floor, hoping for a relationship there, but the relationship failed as he goes for another respawn there. Hotistic getting taken out whilst having Paladin OD. That's OD from the Vat Tankister, putting the pressure on. JK1 also going for a pull here with his Paladin OD activated. This is looking promising once more again from the Decapitators.
Yeah, this is gonna be the first capture, and I saw two good Ares ODs in a row. Mrs. Metro Mosca used one for attack, but after that Tenkisa used one to take out the flag, and JK1, who I think is a pretty good player. I think he's been playing good in most of his matches, because this is not the first time I've seen him. He's always really good on that Paladin, and he's also able to capture most of the flags from for Decapitator, so that's definitely a player to look out for.
You're totally right, because I remember when we commentated his previous games, like he was actually struggling a lot before. I mean, not in a way of struggling, like he didn't have much support from his teammates when he was going for caps for pools, and he was always going there by himself. But it looks like today it seems like he has his team to support him, and he's playing a lot more strategic, which is good to see.
Yeah, I think sometimes he plays too much by himself, or he just goes for the flag too much. But apart from that, he's always there to go for flags. He doesn't want to defend. Just going for flags, which most of the time works, because now when most of the players from his team were defending, he was able to sneak into the base of Hot Ice and capture the flag. But right now it's Ads, who already used his repair, but that is probably not gonna matter. It's gonna be a first capture for Hot Ice in this round as well now. Nicely done by their team. I think kind of went under the radar, I think, but he was able to go all around the map and capture the flag for his team.
Yeah, you're totally right. That was it. Unfortunate there because if JK1 did survive there, that might have been another counterpull of like a sneaky strategy that you were mentioning that JK1 usually does.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate for him. Wait, did he use his OD? JK1.
I don't think he did use it when he tried to pull the last time.
I don't know, probably not then. But JK1 is pulling right now. Used his repair just in time. He doesn't decide to take the repair, which means he will be a lot faster to capture, but he's still on low HP. But that might be the right choice, because most of the players from Hot Ice are on respawn. And yeah, the Decapitator with the second capture is really on track to win the second round as well.
Totally. I mean, I'm literally watching and analyzing how the Capitals are playing like they got good map control and they know when to push and know when to defend. Like the Ares doesn't go top, like when he notices that they're all on top, when he doesn't have the opportunity, which is also nice to see.
Yeah, I agree. I think it looks like Hot Ice has most of the map control, but I don't really think that's true. I think Mrs. Metro Moscow is sometimes going too far into the center when that's not really necessary, because once your arrows gets taken out, it will be really hard to maintain your map control. But yeah, Hot Ice, it's gonna be really close. I don't know if they're gonna get this capture. Vasily is able to return, even though two of the players of Hot Ice were really close to that flag. Jacob1 is trying his luck here. If he can take out Hotisik, he might capture, but that's not gonna happen. Gets taken out by Zeka, who is getting this return just in time. Hawk is trying to capture again. I think he was one shot from the Thunder. So yeah, no third capture for Decapitator just yet. But yeah, that's probably gonna change soon with 3 ODs they have now. At the same time, Hot Eyes also have 3 ODs, so it's gonna be really close. I mean, in this case, I think now Decapitator is better off playing defensively, unlike when I said last round that they could attack. But now both teams have OD, so now it's gonna be really close.
Indeed, you're totally right. It looks like it is going to be a close one with only 1 minute 15 seconds left on the timer. Well, fingers crossed we can see something good here. Ad's also pushing down on the left, on the right, sorry. And he has OD here. He is pushing alone with Viking, a bit of a Lelek move there. JK1 activating his Paladin OD here. He has support there from Hawk. And Ad's activating his Viking OD for defense here. I guess that was his best scenario for him, where he was comfortable with.
Yeah, I mean, if you're down one flag, it's not the best to use it defensively, but I don't think Decapitator really allows him to sneak into the base and use it there. Because if, as you see right now, he goes into the base of Decapitator, but he gets taken out pretty quickly. Nice OD by Hulk. I don't know if it was necessary, but it was definitely a good choice to save it for defense. But Hoda is still going. Okavita pulling this flag. JK1 is right behind him, and you might want to turn around. He just doesn't even look at him, but it looks like he's gonna capture this second flag to make the score a draw. It gets taken out, but Hotisik is taking over the flag. It kind of drives through the dead tank, but is able to capture, so this score is a tie.
Yeah, you know it's really, really funny that you're like he doesn't even look back. Well, you know what? To be honest, always when I played in light format back in the day, like playing with strong players, it was like, don't look back, you know? So, and plus it's a hover hill, and it would take more time to turn your tank around to look back. So that kind of would have wasted time there, you know? Because if the player got taken out just before and that their tank was in the way, I don't think they would be able to capture that because they turned around and then their tank was in the way. So that wouldn't have been a capture. So it's a good thing that the Crusader didn't look back, you know?
I don't know if that was a really good choice. Like, if you know how the map works and you know where everything is, you should be able to drive back without like looking there. So you're still able to shoot the opponents.
But would it take some time to like turn? Like maybe like a split second to turn to look back?
I don't think so. Even on a flying hill, it shouldn't matter. I think it still takes the same amount of time. But I might be wrong, but
You might
like
be right. Yeah, you play on hover hills more than me, so you probably are right.
if his team didn't take out JK1, he would have died. But he's playing railgun, so if he turned around and shoot him, that probably would have been the safer choice or the better choice, whatever. I think he took a big risk not looking at him. He really had faith in his team that he was gonna get killed. But
I mean, you're probably totally right. I'm probably might have missed something. I probably might have missed something right there. What you're talking about, because maybe I didn't pick up on something. But yeah, I would really have to look back on the stream and see what happened, what you're mentioning. You know.
maybe I don't know what you've seen, but JK1 was shooting him, and he just didn't even look.
Ah, I see. Okay.
But yeah, it didn't matter.
He was low anyways. He was low anyways.
Yeah, but he probably doesn't know that.
Well, you know, well, they got lucky they captured anyways, so it is what it is.
Mm. Yeah, that gives a bit of hope for Hot Eyes, because if they would have been down 2-0, it probably would have been really hard for them to win still. But yeah, the next map will be Iran, one of my favorite maps. Seems like Decapitator will start on the blue base, Hot Eyes on the red base. Not that it really matters, but it's gonna be interesting because Decapitator is only up by 1 round, which isn't too much. Nothing to worry about for Hot Eyes just yet. They still have a lot of time to come back.
Well, hopefully they do pattern up this match and we can see something more promising from Hot Ice, because that name is a weird name, but I guess somehow they came up with it. Maybe in their parents' bedroom or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm actually saying that Hot Eyes is nothing to worry about, but I think at the same time, if the Decapitator wins the next round, they already win the match. And maybe they have to worry a little bit, but yeah, we're just gonna see. I think they still need to reset.
Yeah, Shutter on the chat saying, "Hey, commentators, pronouncing Okatita is as Alco Vita or Vita."
Okay.
Hey, listen, I would just say out because I am not going to stress my vocal cords to try and say that every time, bro.
I mean, I'm not really good with Russian names, so I'll just say how it how it says it on my screen. To be honest.
Yeah, trying to be respectful as we can, because you know, to even communicate it to you guys and just trying to get off everything as fluently and swiftly as possible, as there's so many things happening in the map at one time, it can be a bit difficult to communicate to you guys and get the same gameplay down and not missing any key details that are happening whilst everything is going on.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Avoid, who do you think is gonna win here? Because I know Decapitator is up by 1 round, but do you still think they're gonna win this?
Hey man, we already know that we're probably gonna win this, honestly.
Wait,
I mean, not well. I mean, the Cavitators, my bad. The Cavitators is going to live up to their name. Look at their clan.
alright, so it looks like the team's finally reset. The run's gonna start soon. I don't see anything special looking at their combos. Crusader Striker might be one of the only things that I can really notice that's a bit different, but not something we haven't seen in the past. Avoy, you were talking about the teams, but we didn't really finish about that. But
Oh yeah. I was saying that the Capitals is most likely going to win this, and they're going to live up to their name. Fingers crossed. Who do you think is going to win? Actually,
I actually still have no idea. Like, I would go with Decapitator as well, but I think that's mainly because they're up in score now, because it's a different map, and I think both teams are kind of the same. So, yeah, if I really have to choose, I would go with Decapitator as well. I could make it more interesting and go with a different team, but I don't think Hot Eyes has the bigger chance if I look at the score and how both teams have played so far.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're right. You're right. I mean, don't know if you have any friends in the hot ice. You know, there's meh.
I don't have any friends in both teams. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just I never really played against them. I believe I just see them on streams. I think that's the main reason, or the how I mainly know them. But CK took the OD, the hunter, from Hot Ice. So Hot Ice, even though they're 1-1 rounds, they're down 1 round. They still took the first OD. Even though, yeah, it's a Hunter D, but I think the Hunter D is a bit stronger here because everything is a bit. The map, I mean, it's almost the same size, but because there's so many objects, I think it's easier to use a Hunter D here.
Yeah. I mean, even I noticed even in this map as well, it's hard to use the Ares OD. Well, I shouldn't really say hard, but if you notice, if you're using it from middle, like to shoot it to the blue base, there's nowhere to use it from the middle to the blue base like that. If you use and take with Ares OD, you know. But if you use on the blue side to go and take and use against on the red side, you have an opening where you can shoot right down the middle, and maybe the player can pull and come through mid and get healed by the Ares OD, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it also depends on the playstyle of the team. But yeah, the next OD is falling, and it seems like almost none of the players really go for it. Seike leaves it for one of his teammates, which is Ads. I think both Votisik and Ads were going for it. But yeah, it's definitely the better choice to let your Viking take it, even though it didn't really seem that coordinated here. But yeah, Hot Ice on 2 ODs now. Maybe they're gonna use it. Well, I really hope so, because they're still down 1 flag. But yeah, right now it's Decapitator pulling, but 2 ODs, the only ODs they had, so I hope they're gonna get this flag now. Ads is gonna take it. I don't remember if he has a Reaper or not, but I'm fairly sure he does. Yeah, he's gonna use it now, but OD from Hulk, which he just got, hits a lot of players with that. He took out 2 players and also hit the Ares. But yeah, it's gonna be a return for Decapitator. I think that was pretty good. Only 1 Crusader OD needed to stop the attack, which were like 4 or 5 players. They used their whole team to get that 1 flag. But yeah, now it's time for Decapitator to do something. I think, yeah, they only have a Hunter OD, but that doesn't matter for now, because I think they're gonna get a lot of ODs soon, because the Ares, the Viking, and the Paladin should get it any moment now. Usually takes a lot longer to get, but we're already 2.5 minutes into this match.
Totally. I mean, it's pretty. And you know, I'm actually surprised. You know, even analyzing all of this, right? I like how Hulk is playing, right? And the Ares on the Vartankista is quite interesting how he's playing. Like here, he uses the OD right here, which is also nice. Oh, nice OD from Hulk. Wow, that is messy right now. What is going on? Vasily using his Viking OD here, manages to come in clutch there. Hulk stepping in, dealing some shots if he can to Zay. And this is going to be a capture for the Decapitators.
That was actually crazy. Did you notice that Vasily took the next OD as well? He just took the OD, also took the flag and captured. So he didn't even had to, like, he didn't really waste an OD because he still has it. That was actually crazy. He's also up 1-0 now, Decapitator, so this can be the last round already. But yeah, still a lot of time to go. But I just really like how efficient the ODs from Decapitator have been. Like the Viking OD to get the capture, the OD from Hawk taking out 2 players and hitting 3 players at the same time.
Yeah, you're totally right. They're like well coordinated. That it's really nice to see how they're really playing well together. And this is what's expected. Star XP pulling the flag, but he doesn't get too far as he was getting targeted by two players and sneaking at the back of Decapitator's base is Ads and Hotistic. They both are low here with no repair, so I'm expecting them to get taken out accordingly.
Yeah, I think so far the Decapitator have been playing better than Hot Eyes. I mean, their capture was a little bit lucky, but at the same time, I think the ODs they've been using are so great. Like I'm not really surprised they got Vasily using it and is gonna take it again. JK1 pulling at the same time. That's what I said before. This JK1, you don't even notice him going for the flag.
Yeah, like this guy is just on a different level up against Hot Ice. Like this guy is so sneaky. It's like back in the day with Wasp when you used to sneak at the back of the base, take the flag and run away. This guy knows how to use sneaky gameplays and he's just quiet with it.
And if you look at JK1 and Vasily now, they're going for another flag, and it looks pretty promising. I think if JK1 followed Vasily, it would have been a bit easier, because Vasily is really low now. And with this Paladin spawning on him, it's probably not going to be a capture. But he is using his OD just for one player, but you want to make sure they're going to pull this flag. Takes out the second as well. Was a bit of an unlucky spawn. I think if I was ads, I probably would have passed. So you didn't have to face that Viking OD. But yeah, JK1 is probably going to capture this. Star XP and Hawk need to make sure the base is fine, which they do. The Hawk uses OD to take out the Ares, so the score is 3-0 now, and yeah, this probably will be the last round, but the Decapitator is playing really good.
Indeed, but Elk stepping in, pulling the flag here. Cruz, he will get away maybe. I mean, I'd be surprised if Star XP. Oh my gosh, he was literally hiding there waiting for him, and he said, "You're going nowhere." Okay, the OD box is also dropping middle right now, and we can see Vasily stepping in. Will be able to take here, and this is really looking very, very nicely. JK1, this sneaky guy. Oh my gosh, every time he's sneaking, he knows when to step in and go to the back of the base and take the flag and run away. Look at him go. Oh my gosh. But he gets taken out at the last moment there. Ads will be able to return there, which is quite unfortunate for the Decapitators.
Yeah, but nothing to worry about. They're up 3 flags, and Ads is probably not gonna pull this flag. Maybe Or can take over the flag, but never mind. Tvat and Kista returning this flag. They also had 4 players on that side of the map, so that was never gonna work for Hot Eyes. Too many players to deal with, and yeah, time is running out. And yeah, the more time passes, the less likely Hot Eyes is gonna win this. But yeah, I have to give it to Decapitator. I think everything they have done in this round has almost been perfect. I think apart from like the last return that Hot Eyes got, because I think if JK1 went a different route, I think it would have been easier to capture. But yeah, it's just a slight mistake. It's not the worst, but yeah, Hot Eyes going for the first capture actually. If HOTC can take out Star XP, this can be a capture, but Star XP is still pulling this flag. HOTC still gotta watch out, because that freeze can be really annoying from close range, but HOTC is able to take him out. You gotta get this return quick, because Seik is about to get taken out.
Wow. Oh, wow. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Vasily uses and takes again. That was really messy there. What do you think, Casper?
Yeah, that was a cluster, but yeah, at the same time, Vasily, for the third time this round, he was able to use and take the OD. He's using another one right after. Takes out so many players here. If you look at the kill feed, you got like 4 or 5 kills with both the ODs combined, and this can possibly be another capture. Star XP still has the flag, but he runs into Eds, who's taking him out, but can he get the return? Because Vasily spawns right there. But Ed still had his OD and was able to take out Vasily just in time, because his OD was really about to run out. So yeah, it's still 3-0, but maybe Hot Eyes can capture 1 flag to make the score at least a little bit better. This drop-off is definitely a bit too slow. 2 players of Decapitator going in from behind, Star XP getting this return, but Eds is still alive for some reason. I don't know for how long he's been alive. He dropped the flag, Decapitator returned, and now he's pulling it again. But Hulk also pulling the flag at the same time, so this is probably gonna be a standoff.
Oh, I mean, this is quite interesting. A lot is going on here. Vasily stepping in, trying to go for the return here. This doesn't look like it's going to be a return with only 40 seconds left on the timer. Which team will step up here? But it's looking very promising right now for Decapitators. Bots is dropping middle right now. Which team will capitalize on it? Maybe they're going to leave for Vasily again, and they're going to use for this return. Hopefully, Vasily can push and aggressive here with some support from the Paladin. Vasily will use here, most likely, and he does so accordingly. This is going to be a return, and it can Hulk capture the flag here? Nicely done.
Yeah, that map control really helps them win this round as well. I think this last capture or return, whatever, is a really good example of that. Because Vasily takes the OD, he's also able to return. I think that's one of the reasons the Decapitator has been playing really good here in Iran.
Indeed. Wow. I mean, you're totally right. Their performance as well for Decapitators is insane. Like, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, I agree, but yeah, I think that's it for today. 2-0 for Decapitator after 3 rounds have been played. So yeah, do you still want to say something about it?
Well, Casper, I can just say well played to both teams. Hot eyes, go back to the drawing board, reanalyze your tactics, rewatch the stream, and just fingers crossed next game you guys can go away with a win. But well done to the Decapitators. And I guess also thank you, Dedicated, for broadcasting. And guys, I guess we're out. Good evening, or good night, in other words.